You just got to apply. Hey, hey, hey! I hope you're having a marvelous Monday. It's your favorite remote work enthusiast, Delilah, and today I am back with five, okay? One, two, three, four, five hot leads plus a bonus. Okay, this bonus is gonna cover a handful of states. And I told y'all, I'm gonna put a spotlight on different states, okay? Just to add a little razzle dazzle. So your state might be in the number for that additional lead, but definitely your state is in the number for at least one of these hot five work from home opportunities. So I'm not going to delay. These jobs are hiring immediately. We're going to get into the details. Make sure you take care of business by hitting that subscribe button and tapping that notification bell. And that way YouTube tells you every time I post. And I am back to posting Monday through Friday right here. So if that's sounding good, go ahead and lock it on in. And now that you have taken care of that business, we are ready to jump in. All right, you guys, I'm excited. Starting off here with the very first company today is a company called eMoney. And I believe it's been a very long time since I've shared them. I wanted to say I haven't shared them at all, but I feel like it's been maybe like 3-4 years, something around there. And this company is involved in money. If you peruse their homepage as well as their Glassdoor, you will see that they have 501 to 1,000 employees, great reviews, and it says that they provide technology solutions and services that help people talk about money. And so they're in financial planning and they help people streamline business operations, enhance business development, all of that good stuff. So that's where we want to be, okay? Now, jumping into their hot lead, they are currently hiring for an associate client support specialist, and this is available US-wide. And this is a no experience friendly role. When you're looking for no experience friendly roles, you want to see them either mention no experience, you want to see them throw that zero out there, you want to see them say something along the lines of willing to train. Those are the kinds of things that you want to look for when you're looking for something that is truly no experience. And so you just need to be familiar with web applications, familiar with financial concepts or terms, which is nice to have, but you don't have to have it. And then if you are bilingual English Spanish, that's a plus, but you don't have to have those things. So as long as you know how to use a computer and you've got, the ability to provide good customer service, then you can apply. And this definitely caught my attention because for no experience, to start you off at minimum $41,000 per year, which is somewhere around like $22 per hour-ish, and it can go all the way up to 53 grand per year. That is excellent, okay? So they're gonna be training you, teaching you what you need to know. You just need to be okay with answering incoming customer inquiries and helping solve issues via phone and chat and escalating those cases to tier 2 teams or management when necessary. And so since this is a company that helps people with their money, money advisement, that's what you're going to be, handling. So if you like this lead, and I think this is a great one, the apply button is at the top right. And yes, we have a template for you. We have many templates for you inside the remote resume builder software. And one other thing that I want to point out, since I'm already on my education soapbox here about, how to find no experience roles. Another thing too, when it comes to what do you do on your resume or, which templates do you use, don't get so focused on the title. Companies can call jobs, real fancy special things. Focus on the duties. And guess what you're doing? You are helping customers, okay? This is a customer service role. So the template that I would recommend would be either Customer Service 1 or Customer Service 2 resume templates. You cannot go wrong with either or, okay? If you like Customer Service 1, build off of that. Customer Service 2 template, it's just another version. And so you would want to also pair it with our customer service cover letter template and be on your merry way. And I'm telling y'all, these are already filled out. So even though these are 100% filled out, you want to make them true to you by going into the wizard, adding your razzle dazzle, your stuff, further customizing it, and then boom, you're ready to download. So I would absolutely get my application in ASAP. You'll be so glad that you did. And you can try out the software for just $1 during our 7-day trial. And after that, it's only $37 per month to make all the resumes and cover letters, all the templates you want, you can. And this is a cloud-based software. So everywhere you go, your resumes and cover letters go with you. So you never have to worry about downloading any of the stuff to your computer. Once you're done with making your resume, you download that. But as far as the software goes, if you have a computer and internet connection, you have the software. So try it out. I know you're going to love it. And now let's move on to the second hot lead. All right, so jumping on into the second hot lead, this comes from our good pals, Allstate. Yes, Allstate, okay? You're in good hands. And this is a huge company. In case you are not familiar with them, Allstate is a major insurance company, 10,000 plus employees, 11,000 plus reviews on their Glassdoor. And you can see they are touching some money, and that's who we want to work for. Now, jumping into the lead, Allstate is currently hiring for an agency services representative. And this is a great opportunity. You do not need a ton of experience. They just want you to have a high school diploma or GED and 1 year of experience in a professional office. They also mentioned they want you to have 2 years of customer service experience. And then all these other things are nice to have. If you've ever done anything with account management, that's nice to have. If you've ever worked in a call center environment, that is nice to have. And of course, you would need to be able to sit and work on a computer, have good phone etiquette, be able to multitask, excellent written and verbal communication skills, and Microsoft Office skills. So those are the things that they're looking for. And really, as long as you've worked for 2 years, you would be good to go. And so this job lets us know that the pay is going to range between $17.79 to $25.69 per hour. Go ahead and ask for that $25.69. Worst case scenario, they say, we won't give you the 25, we'll give you 21, 20. Okay, so you know the minimum, you definitely want to try and get the max. And what you're going to be doing in this role is you're going to be responsible for assisting agents in the field by processing carrier applications, answering commissions questions, and providing back office support to help streamline their daily operations so they can maximize sales. So you're going to be handling inbound calls and making outbound calls as needed. You're going to be answering emails via a ticket system and provide agents with back office support. So the person who you are helping is an Allstate agent. Okay, so the way this works is an Allstate agent is selling Allstate insurance products. When they have questions or concerns, you are their point of contact. You're not taking inbound calls, making outbound calls to customers. You're talking to other businesses who are selling Allstate products, okay? So that's what you're doing. And if you're someone who is currently working, with customers and you're like, Delilah, I gotta get away from these customers. I gotta get off the phone. I gotta get away, blah, blah, blah. Even though you're still talking on the phone, and of course you're getting that experience doing ticketing support, which is a great transferable skill, you're not talking to customers. You're talking to basically fellow Allstate employees, okay? So it's a little bit different. I think so. So if you like this one, the apply now button is at the top. And yes, we have a template for you. Now, because you're going to be processing applications and answering questions about commissions and providing back office support, the very best template for you to use would be the administrative coordinator resume template. So again, focusing on the duties, that's going to help us figure out which template is best to use. It would certainly be this one. And then you would just want to add your razzle dazzle, customize it for this role, and then of course use the accompanying cover letter to get your application in. And so now let's move on to the third hot lead. All right, so jumping on into the third hot lead, this comes from a company called Natera, and I have shared Natera many times. This is a genetics company. They do like testing. If you've ever had a baby and they ask you, before you get pregnant or during your pregnancy, if you want to do some genetics testing, chances are it's going to be this company or one just like it. And so jumping into this lead, this is for their customer experience associate position. And so they let us know that you don't need a lot of experience. You need a high school diploma. And then it's nice if you have an associate's or a bachelor's, but that's just preferred. And then they just want you to have 2 years of customer service experience. So high school diploma, 2 years of customer service experience, and you will be a-okay. And as far as the pay goes for this position, it's going to range between 17 and 21.30 per hour. Go ahead and ask for that 21.30. You are worth it, and you definitely can command it. And so what you're doing is you are going to work directly with Natera's internal and external domestic and international customers, consisting of medical professionals, patients, laboratory personnel, channel partners, supply chain personnel, and sales by assisting across a wide range of interactions. And so you're going to answer those telephone calls, and you're going to communicate via electronic channels to obtain missing information needed for processing of submitted test samples based on assigned region. And so you're going to have to make sure you collect the patient contact and health info, the physician and clinic info, billing info and medical insurance information, and request a test to be processed. So that's the information you are going to be collecting in this role so that they can go ahead and do what they need to do. So this sounds fun to me. You're just making sure you get all the info so you can send it on to where it needs to go and, get those tests and things handled. So if you like this lead, which I think this is a great one, the apply button is at the top. And yes, we have templates, okay? I would go for either the administrative coordinator resume template or customer service 1 or 2 templates. If you have more of a customer service background, I would use these. If you have more of an administrative background, I would use this one. And especially, the admin background, because you're gonna be getting a lot of information and coordinating it. So if you're coming from basically like, McDonald's or the grocery store, then the customer service 1 and 2 will definitely suffice, and you would just want to make them feel confident that, hey, I have no problem handling a lot of information, keeping it protected, making sure I hit those deadlines, I'm timely. That's the kind of stuff you would want to further customize your templates with. So now let's move on to the fourth hot lead. So jumping on into the fourth hot lead, this one comes from a company called WVU Medicine, and I have shared this company before. This is a hospital organization. If you go to their Glassdoor, you can see that they have the state's largest health system and largest private employer, and they're comprised of 20 hospitals. And so they have 10,000 plus employees, great reviews. This is a major company. Now, jumping into their hot lead, they're currently hiring for a centralized scheduler. So this is for all of my folks who love scheduling a good appointment. And they let us know that you just need a high school diploma and be able to pass a federal background check. And so they don't mention the pay for this position, but I went on over to their Glassdoor account, and it looks like most people are making about $36,000 per year in this role, which is about $18 per hour. And so if you come in somewhere between 16 and 18, and especially because they don't ask you to show up with experience. The minimum qualifications is a high school diploma and being able to pass a background check. So this is a no experience scheduling position, which you don't see often, okay? You'll see them, but not often. So that's great considering this is a great role. You're gonna be working with a great company. You're gonna get your foot in the door for healthcare, and you can grow from here. You could go into an administrative role that pays you double, okay, after some years. So this is a great opportunity. And if you like this lead, the apply button is at the top. And yes, we have a template for you. We actually have a perfect template. I recommend using the appointment scheduling resume template and pairing it with the appointment scheduling cover letter template and being on your merry way. So get your application in, y'all. Remember the software, everything's already pre-uploaded. It's in here. And now let's move on to the fifth hot lead. All right, y'all, we've got the fifth hot lead, and then we have the bonus. I know it's a lot, but hey, we gotta start our Mondays off right. We gotta get those applications in. So the fifth hot lead comes from CVS Health, and we know CVS, shared them many times. Another huge healthcare company, 10,000 plus employees, 47,000 reviews on their Glassdoor, and it seems like people enjoy working here. Now, jumping into this lead, this is for their customer service representative position. This is available in Eastern and Central time zones, and they let us know that the pay is going to be $18 per hour, is non-negotiable. So they're just putting it out there. At least they told us, so we know what to expect. And you just got to live in one of those time zones, 1 year of customer service experience, and know how to use a computer. And that's it. And this is a great opportunity because, again, if you're trying to get into a healthcare field, okay, sometimes it's not easy to get into a field, and especially into healthcare, because everybody wants to be into healthcare. And they also let you know that the hours are going to be Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you get to keep your weekends free. And what you're going to be doing in this role is you are going to be handling Medicare retiree solution customer service. And I'll tell y'all, I see some high paying roles where they want you to have Medicare experience. So anytime you're trying to get your foot in the door, you also want to try and be strategic and get your foot in the door to something that's in high demand. And this definitely is. So I would definitely get my application in ASAP. And we have the most perfect template for this. We have lots of healthcare templates. And by the way, we have lots more templates than what's listed here. But being that this would be like a healthcare call center type role, customer service, I would use the healthcare call center resume template. And I would just pair it with the healthcare call center cover letter template and be on my merry way. So now let's move on to that final bonus hot lead. So jumping on into the bonus hot lead, I wanted to share a company called VXI, and I've shared them in the past. This is like a business process outsourcing company. They're one of those companies where they will hire on behalf of other companies to handle their customer service and tech support. And that's why they'll have a variety of roles that you can do. And so they've got 42,000 employees, and it looks like they're global, and that's awesome. And people seem to enjoy working here. So in case you aren't familiar with this company, if you go to their careers, and we can click on it together, if you just type in remote and you search, you'll be able to see the roles that they have available, and you can like filter it a little bit more. If you're in one of these other countries or locations, you can look and see what they have available for you. And then as far as the US goes, which, most of us over here on this channel are in the US, they're hiring in a handful of states, but not all. And so that's why I want this to just be a bonus, because if you are looking for no experience friendly or beginner friendly roles, especially if you've been trying to get your foot in the door for some roles, which, we were talking about today, you might want to check this company because they always have something new. And of course, we've got you covered with the remote resume builder software. We've got tons and tons and tons of templates, not just the ones listed here, but in the software. Okay, we've got so many templates. If you can think of it, we probably have a template for you. And if we don't, we will create one gladly and in a jiffy. So get your applications in, try out the software. It's just $1. I think you're gonna love it. Now, that's not all, folks. In case you didn't know, Extra Leads Club is the place to be if you want to get hired to work from home and you want us to do the job hunting for you. Would you believe me if I told you that every last one of these leads was featured in Extra Leads Club? Yes, they were. And there are so many more leads that we add every single weekday. I don't mind sharing a handful of them because we have even more where that came from. And I don't even give y'all, all of the hottest leads, okay? Because the people in Extra Leads Club, they get first dibs, and I want them to be able to get their application in, okay? They're paying for it, so I'm gonna make sure that they feel extra special. And you can feel extra special too if you join, okay? It's just $1 during our 7-day trial, and then after that, it's only $10 a month, and you save so much time. These are verified, legitimate work from home opportunities, and you will be so glad that you got your application in. So join Extra Leads Club today. You'll be so glad that you did, and link is in the description box. Next up on the resources list is my website, remoteworklife.co. We have a free resource called the Mega List of Jobs. Every time we share a new to this channel company, we add them here. So we have 714 companies and counting. You can go directly to these companies' careers pages and see what they have available for you to apply to. And you can even search the Mega List of Jobs if you're interested in something specifically. We make it so easy for you to find even more legitimate opportunities and get your application in. And this is a free resource, so definitely make sure you bookmark this page and come here every time you look for a job. And last but certainly not least, check out my Amazon storefront for all of your work from home equipment needs. If you need a computer, which we all do, then make sure you check out Amazon. They have computer packages that are priced to move. If you need the whole hookup, okay, 22-inch monitor, CPU tower that runs Windows 10, wired keyboard and mouse, $120.99. So check it out. Make sure you come here, get your home office set up. Make sure you bookmark the mega list of jobs. Join Extra Leads Club and have us do the job hunting for you. You can try it out for just $1 and get your application in for all of these hot work from home opportunities for just $1. So thank y'all so much for watching. I truly hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.